Hello, hello, hello everyone. If you guys want to come forward, because today I'll be teaching you guys how to do some TikTok tips, and this is a collaboration with Samsung and TikTok Creators Academy. So before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Ryan, also known as Ryan Roulette on TikTok, and I do comedy style content, beauty content, and yes, that is me. Like 2 months ago when I was like skinnier. But hey, today is all about TikTok trends, and I'm so excited to share with you what I have in mind, because to get where I am today, it wasn't easy. I have a lot of trial and error. So let's see what I have here, okay? So this was how I started. I started my whole entire TikTok journey when I was in secondary school. To be specific, like Sec 3. So see, I was like still schooling, being like a fool. Hey, but hey, that got me the personality. So when I first started, right, before I could even like go in front of a camera and say like, hello everyone and all that, I was actually very self-conscious. I mean, in secondary school, who isn't, right? Like you're all in a what's it called? Environment where everyone is judging each other. So I was very self-conscious, I was clueless, I was nervous, but I knew for a fact that when I was younger, right, I used to do this thing where I put like a camera in front of me in the toilet, and I just go like, hey everyone, today I'll be doing like my new skincare routine with that one cleanser that I have in my toilet, which is actually my mom's. And sooner or later, I realized that, hey, you know what? There's no harm, right? And at the point of time, it was during like the COVID period, and I remember that during COVID, everything was, how would I say, online and digital. So I just thought to myself, TikTok was a new app. So I was just like, you know what, let me just press post. Okay, so I remember when I was in the toilet, I was doing like a, hey guys, let me use this Cetaphil cleanser on my face. It's so good. But hey, that got me my first 25,000 views, because people on like the app were like, who is this kid talking about this Cetaphil kind of like cleanser? Yes, it was me. Okay, so from then on, I slowly like built up my following. I started doing more like beauty content, and then I also started doing more comedy skits kind. So I was find myself putting myself on a wig and then like impersonating other people. But that was fun for like a while. And slowly and surely, I learned some of the new TikTok tips and tricks to really help you gain a following. And I think right now, especially in like the whole digital landscape where like influencers, content creators are being more and more prevalent, I am very happy to be here. Thank you Samsung, thank you TikTok for having me here to share some of the tips that I have. So for the people at the back, if you guys want to like know a little bit more about like how to like start your own TikTok journey, how to create a, like, how to build your own community on TikTok, come to the front, take a seat, and I'll teach you how, okay? So in order to have like a good TikTok like view, like a good TikTok page, to get a TikTok video out, right? I personally think that you need to hook them on, because on TikTok, you'll start to realize that there are so many different kinds of content that's being put out every single day from different people, right? So for me, in order to like make sure I grab your attention, when I first started, I started off with like a hook saying like, is it just me or blah, 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 blah. And then I started talking about something like relatable for myself. So when someone hears that, is it just me or, you guys will be like, what is this dude talking about, right? You know what, let me just go and listen. So that's like a hook. So whenever you make a TikTok video or you want to engage with your audience, I think it's very important to create a good hook. And see, creating a hook really helps you increase your viewer retention. It really sets the tone for the video. And what you really want, right, is not just the amount of views, but to increase how long people watch your videos. And I've been doing this for like 3 to 4 years now. I like created some of the good lists that you guys can probably take note of, and the lists are this kind. So I realized from even for myself and all the videos that I make, these kind of hooks really, really help like get people. Okay, so let me just go through one by one. The first one is your ex isn't ugly, lame, not working. You just need to do blank. So let me just give you an example, okay? And this works throughout different niches, okay? Let's just say if we are gonna do beauty, right? So your concealer isn't the one giving you the creases. It's the way you do it, and let me show you how. Then just like that, right, you'll be like, oh, you know what? My concealer actually creased. Let me find a new way on how I can actually help fix that. And they will probably watch throughout, and then you get your whole entire viewer retention, okay? So that's just for beauty. Let's try something else. Let's try fashion, right? So it's your body isn't long. It's just the way you wear it, and this is how you need to fix it. And let me show you how, right? So, or maybe you can give different tips in terms of like tucking in your shirt, wearing like a longer pants, you know, getting something more high-waisted. So that's for number one. Number two is, if you want to be blank, you have to be blank. So you'll start to see that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It's really always getting their attention, being like, you know what? I have the answer to your problems, right? And that's the biggest thing that you guys can probably do. Because when you're looking at content out in like social media, right? The best thing you can do for your audience is actually to value add to them. And what I mean by value add is really just let them know like, okay, I have a problem. How can I solve it watching your 30-second video? Okay, so number two is, if you want to be cooler, skinnier, funnier, healthier, you just have to do 5 different steps. Wouldn't you watch it? I'll be like, oh, so from one video itself, I can know how to like be skinnier. Done, I'll watch the full video. I'll try it even, okay? So number 3 is POV, you are blank. So this is something more, I mean, this is not really the more like value adding kind, but this is something more impersonable. So you try to act as if you're somebody. So POV here means point of view. So let's just say POV, you are getting bullied, right? Then you're the person getting bullied, like, oh my God, this is so painful, ah! That kind of thing. So we just let loose, be yourself, and that is POV. So that's something for like the more like comedy style, the more of the kind of like, you know, you want to like act as somebody that you're not. POV, do more POVs, it's quite fun. Number 4 is, here is the exact X you need to know as an X. So this one, I actually find very useful in terms of content creators, or like, let's just say in your different niche, right? And your niche is like, for example, like doing HR, right? Here is exactly how you do this, and you need to do this instead. And I think this is like, it's like quite similar to like number 1. It's just really to show people like, hey, this is what you have to do, and let me teach you how. I think like using that kind of like format, right, really helps. And this all 5, right, actually I've taken out from all my videos, my top performing videos. So guaranteed, you can probably try, okay, go home, make a video with this hooks, take a picture if you want, tag me and be like, look, it works. You're welcome for your first like 100,000 views, okay? And number 5, this one is really directly to the audience itself, right? If you're making a video, have you ever felt like blank? Like, you ask yourself like, oh, have I ever felt that? And once you make someone think, right, instantly they're gonna be like, oh wait, I have. Let me watch the full video. And then that's how you engage them. So remember, the whole entire point of the hook, right, is not only to make sure that you catch their first 3 seconds, but it's more of when after I catch their first 3 seconds, how do I then make them watch the full video? So as you can see, my format is really based on like value adding. It's really based on entertainment, and it's really based on getting like exactly what they need fulfilled, okay? So hooks is only one thing, right? So you can get a really good hook, but like if they don't resonate with you, right, that's where you lose like half your audience already. So how do you engage with them? So my biggest thing, especially on TikTok, is to be personable. Just be you, pretend that you're talking to them, okay? And what I mean by this, right, is, you know, a lot of people like to say like, hey guys, hey you alls, as like a starter, but you start to soon realize that that doesn't work. Why? Because on TikTok, everyone is being very real. Everybody wants to see like your true self. And how do you then engage? Like if I don't say, hey y'all, hey guys, what's up, guys, what do I say, right? Imagine you're talking to a friend. You don't go to a friend and be like, hey guys, it's one person. You know, hey guy, no, it doesn't work that way. So it's just say like, hello. So instead of hey you all, hey you. You know? So when you talk to people on social media, especially on TikTok itself, right, you want to make it seem like you're talking to a friend. So I'll be like, hey, do you know what you need to fix your wrinkles? Instead of, do you guys know what you guys need to fix your, no, see, that doesn't work anymore. You want it to be very personable, like, oh, I need this, right? So pretend you're talking to them, that's the most, something that I use all the time. And really just be you, because I think when you really let go, because I've talked to like a lot of people who wanted to start being a content creator, and I think some of you guys here also want to be like, hey, I want to be a TikTok content creator, I want to be an influencer, but like, how do I start? You know, what if people judge me? What if people say that I'm weird? What if people say I'm outcasted, right? But if you really think about it, right, if that's what you want to do, don't care about what people say, because at the end of the day, right, it's your account. If they don't like what you're posting, ask them to unfollow you because at the end of the day, it's your account. Have fun on social media. Really post what you want to represent. Really just speak your mind and just be you. Okay? So, and last but not least, especially on social media, right, you need to be confident because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of like keyboard warriors, there's a lot of like haters out there, and you gotta be confident in what you do. So, whenever you post something, right, you gotta ask yourself, am I going to like stand behind whatever I say, whatever I do, whatever I represent? It may be in terms of like fashion tips, beauty tips, comedy tips, the kind of jokes that you make, right? Will you stand behind any of things that I say? And if you do, that's great because you believe in what you do. And people can tell, especially on TikTok, right? When you are quote unquote fake, when you post something that you don't believe in, right? People can tell, right? If you're super tired and you don't feel like posting, but hey guys, today I will be doing, yeah, I can tell that you're tired. I can tell that you don't want to do the video. So that's not what you're supposed to do. You're gonna really be yourself, enjoy it, and be confident, right? When you want to make a point, you make a point clearly, because once you go like, who wants to watch you, right? You need to be confident. You need to really showcase that I'm here to show you X, Y, and Z, and you should listen to me, like what I'm doing right now, right? So make very good like body language. So use a lot of your hands. I mean, for me, I use a lot of my hands when I talk. Eye contact, very important. Just like look at them when you're talking to them. And last but not least, your expressions. I mean, I'm not asking you to be like a dramatic person like me, but just really express yourself. It may be in terms of the way you speak. It may be in terms of the way you push out your content. But that's what I mean by express yourself, yeah? So now this is the part where I've been using the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra for like the past few days now. And I soon realized that this is going to be the next phone that I truly love, okay? Because there are so many different things that the S24 Ultra actually has. I'm going to bring it through with you, and I'll just run through it first before I show it to you. So the first one is edit suggestions. So what that does, right, is that, for example, you take a picture of yourself, like, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, I look kind of dull here, right? And automatically with AI, right, it can actually help you look amazing. And like you don't need any like additional like third-party software to like change all that. It does all of that for you. It has a generative edit and instant slow-mo. Oh my gosh, guys. The instant slow-mo is something that I've been obsessed with because when I like to do this thing called in TikTok they call this thirst traps, where you take really sexy videos of yourself being like, ooh, ah, hee hee, ha ha, right? And the instant slow-mo is so fun, right? Because you can slow yourself down. So can you imagine it's like, ooh, ah, and it does that all in one press, okay? So let me just show you. I will transition it to my phone right now, exactly what I mean, okay? So got my phone here. Let me just try, but I can mirror it to the, oh, well, that was fast. I love that. So this is me right now, right? I'm just going to take a picture of myself. Lighting is gorgeous, right? So this is just a picture of myself. You can probably see it right here. And then, sorry, what you want to do is, where is it? There you go. So there's this thing called remaster, right? And it's quite cool, okay? Look at this. When I press remaster, it's taking a while. Let me, look, instantly, you get your before and after. I don't know if you can really see, but like my under eyes is like a lot brighter now. You know what? Maybe I should take a picture of one of you guys. Who wants to be taken a picture of? Okay, I'll take a picture of you. My lovely PA. Okay, let's try one, okay? And actually it's really quite interesting because with this picture, I'll show you like the other one. Okay, so look here. 1, 2, 3. Right? So I will be doing the remastering thing. And look, it really gets it really fast with AI. So just press remaster and you can see how instant it goes. Look at that. From like dull to bright. Can you see that? And it's like the colors are more toned. And that's just one part, right? Look at this part, okay? This part is something that I honestly love because I don't know about you, but like I love going to the beach, right? To like relax. And the biggest problem I have taking beach pictures, right, is that there are so many people there, right? I'm like, get out of my picture. I want a picture of me and my sexy body, right? So the one good thing about this phone, right, and this AI, right? Oh, where is it? Okay, is that it has this feature where, what's the? let me, wait, let me go and find, oh. Okay, so there's this thing called background blur as well, where it can literally, look at that. I didn't even press anything. Like, this lovely fella here, hey, you know, look, I can't see you anymore. You're like blurred naturally into the background, and you look amazing. You look gorgeous. You look like the main focus of the picture, right? So, love that. Okay, and this is the part I want to show you guys, okay? Is an instant slow-mo. Okay, so I don't know about you, but like I said, I do thirst traps, right? Where like I go super close into my face, acting cutesy and all that. So I will do that right now. Okay, so just press the record and be like, ooh, looking gorgeous and all, like that, right? That's all, okay? And then look at this part. Look at this part. Okay, I'm very excited. So as I'm recording, right, all I have to do, right, is just press like the button and it will, okay, maybe it's not a really good slow-mo. But look at it, look at it, look at it. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Then you can just let go and it becomes normal again, right? So I think what you guys can do, right, is probably go and take like a Galaxy S24 Ultra and really just try it. So this is actually one of my favorite features, okay? So whenever I put on my makeup, right, I'll just film myself and then be like, oh, you're looking good today. I'm like, yeah, I know, thank you. Yeah, so I really love this feature. So okay, let's go back to the slides. Okay, so yeah, so that's one of my favorite features because when you're doing this, right, you can actually also go back to the app and like edit it. So where you want the slow-mo to be, you can just, if you really like when you first press, right, you can just leave it there. All you have to do is then export that video, put a nice soundtrack behind it and post it, and you're welcome for your next 100,000 views, guys. Okay, so those are some of the few things that I like from the Samsung Galaxy features. And now, looking good. So just now in the video itself, right, I showed you that there is like that instant slow-mo. But what the phone does as well, right, is it really helps you edit the picture, the video. So just now you all saw how it edits the photo, right? But it has pre-built filters and pre-built like AI to really help you balance the colors, really make it look really, really good. And let me just show that to you. Let's switch back to the phone. So this way, right, you know that when you are showing yourself, where is it? Oh, there you go. Look, you technically have all of it right here, right? So let me just guide you through everything. So obviously the scissors one is where all of us just cut our videos, like really piece something together. So you can actually just go, for example, from here. Look, there's this like up and down button. So where is it? So this button, right, is really, okay, so the first one, the one that side, is where you want it to start, and the other side is where you want it to end. So let's just say I want it to be when I am like right here, right? So I just press the first button, and look, the video just cuts like that automatically. So it's all already inside the phone. And let's just say, you know what? I want this to be like a sexier kind of like look and feel. Go inside the filters app. They have pre-built filters to make you look oh, I like this one already. So you see, it has different kinds. Ooh, this one looks cute too, you know? And then like, you can like, ooh, look at that. Ooh, gorgeous. Okay, so you can try out different filters. So like there's Blossom, Frosty, Ivory, or like if you're feeling like a little bit like mysterious, you can go for like the black and white one, the grayscale and the B&W. Ooh, it's giving very Ariana Grande in like 2016, you know what I mean? Love that. And the good part is that, let's just say you like this, but you want it to be slightly darker. You can actually edit your videos as well, all in one place. So you can adjust the brightness, exposure, contrast. Oh my gosh. And the best part is, let's just say you want to draw. You're going to be like, love you. Done. It's very simple. And also, like you don't want to just remove that, right? But it's really, really, really easy. You can just save it. Let it load. And done. Your black and white filter is on. So just like that, put behind some Ariana Grande backtrack, post it on your TikTok, and you'll see, you'll thank me later, yeah? Okay, let's switch back to the slides. So, like I said just now, there's actually a lot of things to love for this phone itself. There is the video editing apps for me and the pictures as well. And I mean, there's a lot more. I think if you guys try to like venture out later after this, there's this another one that I super love. Maybe I can just show it now, right? It's the circle one. So sorry about that. Let's go back to the phone. Okay. There you go. So let's just say I go to like Rare Beauty, right? One of my favorite blushes is from there. So let's scroll. Okay. For example, like this. No, that's okay, like this one. So right, if you ever like go on like any of like your shopping apps, right, and you're like, or like even like for example, like she has this bag, then I want that bag. It's very simple. All you do, take a picture, go online or whatever, right? Press the home button, and what you can do is you can just circle it, and just like that, it will search for you, and you know exactly where it's from. Okay, you know what? Let me just try. Okay, who has something that you want me to search up? And let's see what it has. Okay, let's try that bag. Okay? Oh, that bag is so pretty. Okay, let's try this. We take this bag right here. Okay. So you see? So we have this amazing bag here. Like I said, press the center button. Right? You'll come up with this amazing page. All you have to do is just circle the app, circle the item that you want. And just like that, give it a while. Look. Was that where I got the bag from? Exactly. Okay, so this feature is honestly really good because sometimes, right, I mean, especially for me when I do makeup videos, I'm just like, where is this blush from? Where is this makeup palette from? Or when I look at other people doing fashion content, that shirt looks nice. I want it, but where do I get it from? Very simple, take a screenshot, or even on the app itself, just press the home screen button, circle it, and it's definitely yours. So if you're ever wondering, like, this influencer, she buy this TikTok light from where? Circle it, find it yourself. It's very easy, it's very intuitive. Go and get it for yourself. Okay, so let's go back to the itself. Nice. So now you know already how to make nice content, how to edit nice content, the kind of hooks that you guys can probably use. So now the most important part, okay, is to build a community, because you can have all these viral videos, but what you actually want is not to be a one-hit wonder, right? If you want to build a following on social media, you gotta think long-term. How do I then make my followers, the people that follow me, really support and believe whatever I do? That's from being real, that's from being yourself, and lastly, creating a community, right? So creating a community on TikTok is not easy, because you will see that there's a lot of like influencers, content creators, social media influencers that are already on the space itself. So you're probably gonna ask, if I wanna be a content creator, how do I then create a community, right? So first and foremost, when you're on the app itself, I would recommend you to find your niche, right? So for me, I didn't really know what my niche was. At first, I started out posting like silly videos, like a hee hee ha ha kind of like comedy content skit. And then I realized, oh my God, you know what? I actually like doing like lifestyle content. So I started doing vlogs. Come with me while I go to like different places, right? And then I realized, okay, you know what? That's a lot of work. I'm very tired walking around Singapore, so expensive or so, right? I was like, you know what I truly like is to make nice, really pretty faces. I like to do makeup content. And then was when I realized, oh my gosh, that actually works. When I post my first beauty content, which is how to draw an eyeliner, right? That got me like 1.1 million views, and I'm like, whoa, you know what? That is my sign, right? So I first discovered my niche. And from my niche, I started creating relatable content. So let me give you my thought process on how I create content, right? So just now I give you the tips on creating content. Now I give you the rundown of how to create content. So after I found my niche is like beauty, I think about, okay, in this beauty space, what are some everyday struggles that I face, right? So for example, when I first started, I'm like, why is my foundation always peeling? Why is it always cracking, right? And then if you remember what I said just now, you can use amazing hooks like, number one, it isn't your concealer that is cracking, it's the way that you apply it. So you see, just like that, I have a problem that I personally face. I turn it into a video and I send it out for you, and you'd be like, oh, you know what? I face the same problem, and now I know how to exactly fix it. So when I create value-adding content like that, that really helps me build my community, because then people will be like, oh, okay, you know, if I have makeup problems, I go to Ryan Roulette. If I have fashion problems, I go to Ryan Roulette, because he knows how to help me solve these problems, right? Secondly, it's very important to engage your audience. So let's just say if people are like, oh my gosh, this really helps me, or even in fact, sometimes people leave like nasty comments or like constructive criticisms, right? Take it, right? Oh, this hack didn't work for me. Okay, maybe there's another way you can try to work around it. So always engage with your audience, because these audience will be the ones that will stay with you to see you throughout your entire social media journey. And lastly, build a community narrative. So this might be very broad. Like, what does that actually mean, right? What's a community narrative, right? So build a story with them. So for example, like even for me, sometimes I make videos being like, you know what? I started this TikTok journey for like 3 to 4 years now. Thank you so much for being here with me. With that being said, for my 100K, and I did this for like my 100K special, I gave away 100 bottles of bubble tea. First come, first serve. I mean, people like bubble tea, right? Come down and collect. I'll pay for it all, and let's just have a fun time together. So build that community, because these people will be the ones that remember you and that will support you throughout, even in your harshest times. Like, let's just say touch wood. Maybe there's no wood here. You get cancelled, right, one day. These people will be the one that be like, you know what? I supported him since the start. I believe in what he says. I believe in what he does. Okay? So final tips from me. All you have to do is, like I said, a recap, be yourself, use some of the tips that I gave you. You know what, let me just go back, okay? If you guys want, take a picture of this, okay? Try this out for yourself. Try these hooks for yourself. If it works, tag me, thank me, you're welcome. And really just be impersonable. Believe in what you want to post, believe in what you believe in, and when you really go out there and start posting content, right? Make sure that you're actually helping people. You know what I mean? Like, it is fine to post like fun and like dandy content, but also like the ones that will actually help you build your community is really giving value adding ones. Yeah? So be yourself, be personable, try out the new features from the Galaxy S24 Ultra series, and go and slay. Okay? So thank you so much, everyone. That's my time. I'll now open the floor to any questions. If you guys have any questions on being like a content creator, just ask now. I'll definitely answer them. Like, if you want to start, if you have any problems, or if you already tried and it didn't really work out for you, maybe I can probably help you out with that. So if you have any questions, just feel free to ask now. If not, thank you so much, everyone.